am a dead, unnamed wife. I am a trope, an archetype. I am another character's motivation, not a character unto myself. To my husband, the other characters, my author, and the readers, my death matters much more than my life.
You killed my wife.
Davin Stormbringer screams at his enemies before the blade of his longsword comes down, 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 and cuts deep. Red gushes between plates of steel armor and seeps out of chainmail. He never says my name. He only calls me wife. I am a possession stolen away. My entire being is condensed into only one part of who I am. Who I was. A whole life compressed into one moment. I had been hanging up the laundry, an irritating character choice made by my male author. I had a white bedsheet pinned onto the clothesline at the corner and was lifting the other side to give it the same treatment. I was alone. Then I wasn't. The antagonist crashed into my yard, announced by the thunderous beats of their horses' hooves. I was alive. Then I wasn't. I became a prologue to a hero's journey. Let's get back to his story.
You killed my wife!
Stormbringer shouts and shouts as he slashes his way through the countryside and then into the evil king's city. And I'm hovering over his shoulder, through it all. He doesn't know I'm there. The readers don't sense me between the lines of text. Not even the author knows I'm still present. I have no body, no physical presentation, but I'm there all the same, and I have been practicing. My husband hacks, and I influence. A misstep here, a badly timed burst of sun to the eyes there. Anything to get Stormbringer closer to his goal. Closer to the end of his hero's journey. Closer to this moment. The evil king is decked out in red and black. A thick, still mask obscures his face. His long sword is a twin of Stormbringer's, except that the king's blade ripples with dark magic.
You killed my wife!
My husband screams as the blades come together. The author goes into rich, vivid detail while describing the duel. His computer document glows with the minutiae of sounds that metal makes when they slam against each other. With the feeling of sweat dripping down a forehead. With the exertion of muscles surging beneath the skin. But I only care for the end. I wait patiently as the fight drags on and on. My husband hacks, and I influence. One of the fighters thrusts his sword, a very male phrase I borrow now from the male author. And it is a hair's breadth away from striking true. I reach out with my presence, not with any sort of body, but with the strength of my mind, and guide the blade so it strikes at the correct angle. It slides into the opening formed between overlapping armor at the base of the arm. Now unobstructed by metal plates, it rushes unobstructed into flesh and bites deep. Beneath his mask, the king's face is surprised. The physics of the attack don't quite make sense. Stormbringer's mouth falls open too, as does the author's, as the words appear on the screen without him doing the keystrokes needed to form them. One of the dueling parties falls, the other stands victorious. I am a dead, unnamed wife, but I was once a woman. I fit so well into the background of my husband's story that the author and the readers skimmed right over me. When my head bowed over a book, everyone assumed I was reading something light and romantic instead of dark and forbidden. When I hung herbs from the ceiling of my house, Everyone assumed I was drying spices instead of ingredients for potions. When my female friends stopped over while Stormbringer was out, everyone assumed we were gossiping instead of trading knowledge. When my author wrote my death scene, he focused on the actions and the depravity of his antagonists. He failed to notice that I was speaking a spell just as the first blade fell. But blood magic needs blood in order to work. Davin Stormbringer, my hapless husband, crumbles to the floor with the king's sword piercing his side. His life leaks out of him. I feel our author's panic. I feel him reaching for the delete on his keyboard. I'm too quick for him. I step into Stormbringer's body. My husband raises his arm and hacks. The evil king is too surprised to put up his shield fast enough. When he falls, he doesn't rise. I stand in the stolen body of my dead husband. I whisper words that prevent the author from undoing my spell. Then I pull the sword free from my side and begin to walk out of the castle, out of the city, through the countryside, and back home. Sometimes, stories take lives of their own. Sometimes, women do too.
Hey guys, this is Struggle here. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I've been having so much fun making this series. This was The Wife of the Hero, written by Eleanor Kennedy. You can see her work linked on the screen and in the description. I'm trying a little bit different intro and outro here just so I can kind of chat a little bit more. Anyway, this is part of a weekly writing prompt challenge that we do in our community. It's less than 1,000 words based on a single prompt. The prompt that we voted on for this week was, will some of you write a female protagonist for once? It was a lot of fun seeing all the different stories that come in and reading them live on stream. And it was really close voting this week. And I can't wait for the next episode. I hope to see you there. And this is the Keto Prompt Challenge.